If you're passionate about making a difference, you need to understand the 4 roles of social activism. There are 4 roles in social activism, and each one can either enhance or undermine the movement's success. Each role is an essential part of activism, and a social movement has no chance of success without all 4. They are the citizen, the rebel, the reformer, and the social change agent. Let's look at the role each one plays now. The citizen. The citizen communicates a vision of a good society and offers legitimacy to the social movement in the eyes of ordinary citizens. They take direct action to help those affected by injustice. This allows them to humanize the issue and publicize moving stories. Citizenship adds an important layer of legitimacy to social movements. Citizens are important members of society, and citizen engagement makes it hard for those in power to say ordinary people don't care. This role withstands attempts at discrediting the movement and reduces the potential for violent attitudes or actions within the movement. As they are perceived as legitimate sources of information, the public are willing to listen to the movement's message. The rebel. The rebel forces the social change movement into the public eye by creating a crisis that opponents are forced to react to. Loud, disruptive, non-violent civil disobedience demands attention from the media, making it impossible for the movement to be ignored. Rebels engage in non-violent, direct acts of civil disobedience that disrupt everyday life and draw attention to a situation. Those in power have a million ways to hide their actions from public notice. And mass civil disobedience is so disruptive that it demands attention. When those in power try to argue that it's not a problem, 1,000 people blocking a major road show that's just not true. This makes it impossible for those in power to ignore what is happening, and forces them to pay attention to the demands of the movement. Rebels bring issues into the public eye and raise awareness in a way that can't be ignored. The reformer. The reformer puts issues on society's agenda and uses institutional means of getting real change. They highlight the gap between what is and what should be. They're often the leaders of the movement and represent the changing ideas in society. They confront those in power through official channels such as lobbying, parliaments, elite networks, or courts. This makes it difficult for those in power who depend on the legitimacy of these outlets to see social change movements as illegal or disorderly. Since reformers often have experience working within the business arena, they are better able to translate grassroots needs into concrete, actionable needs that can be better digested by those in power, rather than simply thinking that it's impossible. The social change agent. The social change agent nurtures a new public consensus and aims to inform the public while learning from dialogue with the public and those in power. Social change agents are organisers. They create structures that can mobilise large groups of people to take part in the movement. They use institutional means of getting real change, often acting as an interface between the social movement and the public. Social change agents are critical to the long-term success of social movements, as they create structures that continue to function long after the cameras stop rolling and the protests end. They empower new activists and ensure a steady stream of people informed and equipped with the necessary tools to support social change movements. Social change agents are passionate to organise new groups, revitalise old ones, build local alliances, and generally mobilise people. Each role plays an important function in social activism. We need people who will help those that are suffering injustice. We need people who are challenging power structures, who are at the cutting edge of social change. We also need people who make it easy for ordinary people to join the movement for change. Which role will you play to make social change? Thanks for watching.